Hey there, McAuliffe Eagles. Welcome back. We are so excited to get this year kicked off. And although it's a strange year, we're still going to have a lot of fun and make sure that we all are learning these new systems together. I want to welcome all of our newest members to McAuliffe, our sixth graders. You are now an Eagle, and we are really excited to help you soar for the next 3 years. We also have some new seventh and eighth graders, so welcome. I'm Mrs. Vienna, and I am your assistant principal. And it is one of my roles here at McAuliffe Middle School to ensure that all of you feel safe and happy to come to school every single day. So in order to do that, we have several policies and procedures in place that really are designed to ensure that you have access to learning, to socialization, to clubs, and all kinds of experiences without feeling threatened or unsafe or just unsure of yourself. So today I'm going to be going over kind of some of those policies and procedures for you. And we have kind of tweaked them a little bit to apply to what you need with virtual learning. So let's get started, and I'm going to go through our code of conduct. So our Los Alamitos Unified School District has some learning guidelines that they have released for district-wide for all of our schools to use as a guideline. And I really highlighted kind of the key points within that document. So first of all, we want you to understand that your home learning is an extension of school. So the same policies and procedures that apply to school are now applying to your virtual learning experience at home. So please continue to make good choices, be a good citizen, show up, be safe, be efficient, be ethical, and treat others how you want to be treated. Our current district policies, board policies, and California Ed Code will apply and will be enforced. Security and safety are our #1 priority. So at any point, if you feel like something occurred during your online learning that you're uncomfortable with, please report that to administration immediately. Protecting your password is a priority because that password is attached to you. So you want to make sure that only you and your parents have that password. If you release that password to your friends, they could abuse that privilege, and then you are responsible for the poor choices they make. So it is best to just not share your password, just like you wouldn't give someone else your driver's license. All forms of bullying are completely unacceptable and will not be tolerated. So we want you guys to understand that this virtual learning and expecting you guys to do all of this from your homes is challenging for everybody. Your teachers have worked all summer to create a learning platform that can be available through you virtually. And your parents have changed their whole programs at work, and everyone has done so many sacrifices, including you. So please be mindful and make sure that you're treating each other with kindness, because this is a really hard time and all of you miss your friends. So really appreciate them and make sure that you stay away from all forms of bullying. If you do see it happening, please report it immediately to your parents, to the school, to your teachers, but ensure that it gets stopped, because ultimately there's something going on with that person that we need to help and reach out and provide the supports that they need. So please report all forms of cyber bullying or in-person bullying. So moving right along, I want to talk about McAuliffe Middle School. We're going to go through what our expectations are here. And the Minder Binder really is your guide. So anything I talk about today that you want more clarification or you still have questions, please check your Minder Binder. And the very front is our code of conduct, and it goes through every single detail. It's like the first 15 pages of the Minder Binder. So this is kind of your school, it's kind of the school platform for everything you need to know about what happens here at McAuliffe. Let's get started with attendance. So all of your teachers are going from a 45-minute learning session to 30 minutes. So it's really important to them that they use all of those minutes to do that direct instruction. So make sure that you show up on time and you stay for the entire 30 minutes. If you do not show up on time, the teachers will be taking attendance, so you can be marked tardy. And if you leave early, you can also be marked tardy. So please make sure that you stay for the entire duration. And remember, if you do get marked tardy or absent, the attendance policies according to California Ed Code will be applied. Students will access class through your Google Meet and just join using your losal.org account. And also you can access all of our classes and all of your teachers' links from the McAuliffe website on the main page. Remember, students, you are expected to be live, the camera on and identifiable. Your teachers need to be able to see you and ensure that you are actively participating throughout the session. Your engagement is expected. Be prepared to be called on. Please ask questions. And there may be opportunities in the near future for you to work within small groups. So you need to make those great choices, whether the teacher's right there or you're in a breakout room, because no matter what, remember, your ID is attached to the decisions you make online. You want to designate a place in your home that is distraction-free and allows you to really focus on what's going on in your classroom. So I really highly advise that you use headphones, and because that allows you to avoid all of the outside distraction noise, like the garbage truck, are going by, or the fire truck that goes by. You really can stay focused if you have your headphones. And then finally, active participation is encouraged and expected. So you will be called on. We want to make sure that you're engaged, and because remember, the teachers are working hard, but it's really for you that they are doing this. So they really want, that's how you show your appreciation for them, is through your participation. Okay, so let's go on to digital citizenship. So what does that mean? So in our world right now, there's so much technology that you guys have been a part of since you were born. So you actually do have a digital footprint that is attached to you. So you have your live person and your personality, but you also have your digital footprint. And that's your social media. That's how you behave when you're gaming and you're online. That is how you interact with your virtual learning. All of that is your digital citizenship. And we want that to match the choices you make in person. So first of all, treat others how you want to be treated. That means your teachers, your peers that are on camera with you, your surroundings. You really want to make sure that you are treating people with respect. Create and submit original work. Avoid academic dishonesty. So what is that? That's really any type of cheating or plagiarism. Do your own work. Ultimately, if you didn't finish an assignment, you didn't prepare for a test, it's okay. That happens to all of us. Have a conversation with your teacher. There are office hours available right after synchronized learning. You can email your teacher and say, hey, I need to talk. I need extra help. I need to retake that test. I really struggled with that one. What can I do for extra credit? There are lots of options to fix something that you weren't prepared for. But if you make the choice to cheat, you're going to get a 0. You're going to get academic dishonesty on your report card, and you will get a poor citizenship grade for that semester. It's not worth it. So just own whatever it is that you missed or that you didn't prepare for, and let's just handle it that way rather than choosing the route of cheating. You must use appropriate language. It is required and expected at all times. Remember, there are 33 other students within your session, as well as other adults and your teacher. And there are several parents that are Zooming in with their students. So really be mindful of that. If you use profanity or any inappropriate language, the teacher will initially ask you to stop. And if it continues, they will remove you from the session, and we'll talk about what that means later. Please use your designated breaks to meet your personal needs. So between every period, there is a 5-minute break. That is the time when you can get a snack, you can use the restroom, you can check your phone, you can contact your parents, you can help your sibling. But during live instruction, we need you to be focused on live instruction and nothing else. So please use your breaks and take care of your needs at that time. When you log into Google Meet, we want to make sure that you click the join button. It is the green button. Any other login, you will be denied access to the session. So again, you're only going to join through the green join button. Okay, let's move on. Behavior expectations. So it's really important that you do not have your device with you during your live synchronized learning. And the reason is we all know that these cause massive distraction. Every time you get a message, it dings. Every time you get something on Instagram, whatever the case may be, it dings. It's very, very distracting. So we expect that you will keep it away from your environment and will not have access to it while you are online. If teachers see you on your phone, they're going to address it and ask you to please put your phone away. And if you continue to not take your phone or not put it away, then they can remove you from the session. So please just remove the distraction altogether. Neutral facial expressions. Remember, there are 33 other students and they all have a right to the learning. So we want to make sure that you're engaging and you're not making inappropriate facial gestures that are going to take away and distract others from the instruction. You must be visible with your camera on, otherwise you will be marked absent. So that is our only way to ensure that you are gaining access to the instruction, is you have to be visible. So they have to be able to see your face without a hoodie, without sunglasses, and on live the entire time. Students who share their screen without teacher permission are immediately identified. Remember, you are logged on with your ID number, and you will be removed from the Google Meet session and marked absent for that class period. You will not be able to re-enter that class for that day. So please do not share your screen. It's a privacy violation without your teacher's permission. Dress code is enforced. So just like you dress appropriately when you come to school, it's the exact same thing online. Again, 33 other students can see you. So please make sure that you have a t-shirt or any type of top that doesn't have inappropriate messaging on it. And it's covers your shoulders, it's not low cut. So all of those things are really important. And then remind your family members that if they are going to be walking around during your session, to also be dressed appropriately, because again, the whole world can see them at that time. And then you may not record or take any photos of the class session without consent. So we really want to make sure, again, that's a privacy violation. And if you do that, we're able to see it. It notifies us that you took a screenshot, and we will have to address it. So please make sure that you just avoid. And if you do want to do something, or you need something that's on there, please ask the teacher first. You must have their permission. Okay, so let's talk about, let's say you make a mistake or you make a mistake more than one time. What is going to happen? What is the disciplinary action attached to the choices that you make? So first of all, I want you to refer to your Minder Binder for the details regarding progressive discipline and the California Ed Code violations. They are all listed within your Binder Binder. All students within PLP are identified by your student ID. So any choices you make, it is very easy to identify who is making those choices. So just avoid. Any live violations that interfere with the direct instruction will be addressed and can result in class removal from that period. Again, if you get removed, you are marked absent, and the absent policy applies. So you really want to avoid getting absences for behavior issues. Excessive unexcused absences and tardies can lead to a referral to the attendance board. So our attendance policy really is that you should never be absent more than 10 days in a school year. So that's one time per month. And that is like the maximum. So we really, unless you have some, health issue or there's a family emergency, you really need to be here. Why? How can we teach you if you're not live with us? So we really need to make sure that you show up every day, unless there is an extreme circumstance. All forms of harassment and or bullying will lead to a referral. So that means anything you do during live session, anything that you do on your cell phone, your social media. If it's during the school day and it interferes with the school day, we will address it. And bullying and harassment is an ed code violation and can be suspendable. So just avoid it altogether. And if you know what's happening, report it so that we can immediately stop it and provide the other student the supports and resources that they need to make better choices. Any forms of plagiarism impacts the student's semester citizenship grade. So if you get caught cheating, the teacher immediately gives you a 0. Most teachers will not let you redo that assignment. You get the 0. So, and then you also get academic dishonesty it's reported to ARIES, so it goes under your discipline record, and it goes onto your semester report card as a citizenship of needs improvement or a U for unacceptable. So please make sure you avoid any form of plagiarism. Again, just have a conversation with your teacher and we can work anything out that you need support. So let's talk about the tiers of intervention. So in the event that you make a poor choice and there are going to be levels of consequences, let's talk about what those look like. So let's start with immediately during live instruction and you make a poor choice. The first thing that's going to happen, as long as it's not an extreme an extreme violation of our behavior policies, the teacher will redirect you and ask you to stop. They may do it in the chat, they may do it live in front of everybody, but they're going to ask you to stop. If you continue to engage in that same behavior and the teacher's involvement isn't stopping the behavior, then they may remove you from the class. And again, you will be removed, you will be marked absent, and you won't be able to return to that class that day. You will be able to go to the next class, and hopefully you've learned and will make better choices. Teachers may contact the student directly and or the parents to recommend a conference. So they may want to meet with you during their office hours and have a discussion about the choices you're making, or they may contact your parents and you and have a conference call. The next level of intervention is the teacher may refer you to administration. Again, if it's an ed code violation, you immediately will be referred to administration. If it's a pattern of behavior and it continues to happen, then you will also be referred to administration. We will conduct a thorough investigation, and then from there we implement a plan of action. Some different plans of action may include a behavior contract, which is a contract that is signed between you, your parents, administration, and sometimes the teacher. And that contract is a guideline of what is expected so that you don't have progressive discipline in the future. We document in ARIES, so you do have a disciplinary record in your ARIES account, and we do document all behavior situations as well as consequences into ARIES. And finally, parent communication and restorative recommendations will follow. So we may ask you to meet with a counselor, we may ask you to seek outside counseling. Sometimes there's referrals that you need for different resources. So those are some of the restorative practices. We may just kind of have some sessions where we're reteaching you the appropriate behaviors for the next incident. Okay, so let's talk about some support resources that we have available in the event that, let's say, this is, like I said, this is really challenging for everybody. So it's hard to not see your friends every day. It's hard to be on the screen for 5 hours throughout the day and then have homework after. So we get all of that. And we want you all to know that we're here for you and we will connect you to whatever it is you need. So we first want you to reach out to your teachers. If you're having trouble in a specific class or you're not connecting with a certain teacher, start there. Start with sending them an email or requesting to have to meet them during their office hours and have a conversation about how to support the need. If it's something bigger or you're not comfortable talking to your teacher, you can reach out to any of us in administration at any time. You can email us, you can call us, you can contact the office coordinator and leave us a message to set up an appointment. So Dr. Reese-Wright, our principal, is available, myself, the assistant principal, Mrs. Olmstead, our counselor, and Mrs. Bergeron, our psychologist. We are here to support you throughout all of this virtual learning, and then hopefully eventually when you're back on campus as well. We also have this great partnership with Care Solace. It's an outside agency that connects families with resources and agencies that are local and also accept their insurance. It's a concierge service that works directly with the families. So if you want more information about that, please reach out to Mrs. Olmstead or Mrs. Bergeron, and we can give you that contact number and how that process works. We also have our food services, Celeste, at the district office, providing meal programs. We have meals that are provided every day, breakfast and lunch. And if you're interested in that, it is a pickup. So you do have to come to a school site and pick up the meals. You just reach out to Celeste and you can join into that program. And finally, if you have an immediate emergency, please contact Los Alamitos PD or Seal Beach PD. We have great relationships with the local police, and we work together to provide the supports that our students need here in Los Alamitos. So please, again, remember that we are all here to support you, to support your learning, to support your mental health, to support your socialization, all of the growth that you are going through, we are your go-to. That brings me to the end of our presentation. Thank you for hanging in there. We cannot wait to have you back on campus, but until then, remember, we are all in this together. See you guys online. Have a great day. Bye.